This is GoMarquette.com, and we're here with Markus Roeders following a 3-0 victory for your squad over UW Green Bay tonight. An offensive outburst there. 2 goals within the framework of 30 seconds near the end of the match, but let's start earlier with Stephanie Vasos. She just blasts one from 35 yards out, and that's what gets you on the board first.
Yeah, obviously we're happy with the win. You know, it wasn't easy. I mean, we had to really try to put our game onto them and break them down, and it took a little while. So Stephanie's shot was great. I mean, she went forward out of the back and hit a great ball over the goalkeeper's head. So I think that settled us down a little bit, but I really thought that as we got into the second half, we were able to build even more in our attack, and it was more precise, more precision to everything that we did. So I'm glad that we were able to score those extra goals, because I do think that we created the opportunities. I think the shots were, we outshot them by a margin, and a bunch of corner kicks. But it wasn't easy tonight. I think they fought hard, and they sure didn't make it easy for us. But it's a good result for us. I'm glad we scored some goals, and give the team a lot of credit.
You hold possession most of the second half, and then all of a sudden you have those 2 goals in the framework of the 30 seconds there. It seemed like you were around the 6 quite a bit there in the second, and to have 2 goals that you capitalize on so quickly and to put up a 3-0 result like this, that has to be a statement for your team.
Well, I think we try to keep building and we try to make things better. You have to work on your opportunities, you have to work on your chances, and we don't care how long it takes between goals. The first and foremost thing is that we want to win games. So if it takes 1 goal and we get a shutout, which also is something we always work for, then we will take that. Then once you score the first one, you want to score the second and third one, because you can't always rely on 1 goal. So I actually didn't realize that it was 30 seconds between each goal, but it seemed a little bit longer. But the girls did well. I think we maybe could have added a couple more to it tonight. But again, give credit to Green Bay. They came out here and fought hard, and we had to really work hard at our game and how we were going to try to break them down offensively. And we created chances. And tonight we scored 3. Maybe next time around could have been a few more.
So many things you can be happy with tonight, Markus. And another thing, too, is the effort that your girls showed tonight. Some in the media business might say that this had the potential to be a letdown game after you go up against Milwaukee in that great unbeaten streak they had in Engelman Field. And then you go down to Notre Dame and you play North Carolina, the top team in the country, drop a tough 1-0 decision. The girls fought tonight as if they were playing the best team in the country again.
Well, you have to. Every time we come out here, there's no team that we can take lightly. It doesn't matter the name of the opponent. We will find that, and we train that way. You find that as you continue to move forward, we get into Big East play. I mean, there's not a single game in the Big East that's going to be an easy game. The way we schedule games, there's no easy games. So, the thing for us is to just keep working on what we want to do well and what we think works well for our players and our team. And at the same time, defensively, maybe tonight we didn't have to do that much defensively, but there will be many other teams who will challenge us defensively throughout the year. So tonight maybe it was more about working on patterns and letting the ball do the work for us, and really trying to force a little bit, or if it wasn't on, then just swinging it back around. And I think we did that well, and it got better as the game wore on. So it keeps being a work in progress. I'm pleased with tonight. I think our players are pleased with tonight. We had 3 different players score. We had a couple of different players provide assists. I think it shows again how much of for us, what's more important than anything else is a team effort, and anybody can contribute at any point in time. So hopefully we can keep continuing this trend. We've got another big game coming up on Sunday, doubleheader with the men. So hopefully people will come out and enjoy that one, with the men playing at noon, and then us playing against Minnesota, which is a recap from last year with the NCAA tournament. So it should be a great day down here for Marquette soccer.
You talked quite a bit about Minnesota already, and obviously the fact that you played them last year in the NCAA tournament. One last question for you, Markus. With the result tonight, and if you include the exhibition game against Wisconsin, you go 2-0-1 against the other teams in the state of Wisconsin. I know the tendency is to downplay it, but considering you're recruiting a lot of the same players with these other 3 schools, is it a victory in more ways than one for the program to get these wins?
Yes, I guess you could say that. You want to go undefeated against the state teams. We did that this year, which is a nice bonus to it, but there's no trophy attached. We want to do well against all the teams that are out there, and I think we had a good run here over the last couple of weeks, including our exhibition games. So, we don't get to play all the state teams every year, but when we do go out there, we're going to get the results. And we had those games early on. We'll take that forward. I guess we can sit on that for a year or so. But our focus already will turn into for the Minnesota game, and then after that we got the Big East coming up. So that's probably the biggest thing that we have every year. It's the Big East Conference and playing in the Big East and the competition that we have.
Maybe just a few quick words on the Gophers, considering the matchup after last year's NCAA tournament game.
It's a new year, last year's last year. We'll approach it as the next game on the schedule, which that's what we always do. And they've lost some players, we've lost some players. They're a different team than they were last year. So we've got to come out and we have to put forth our best effort, because without that, it's not going to be good enough. And they're going to be a great team. They're nationally ranked right now, so it should be a fun match to play.
You put up the same kind of effort you did in the second half tonight, you might not have any trouble with the Golden Gophers. Markus, a great win for you this evening. 3-0 over the Phoenix of Green Bay. Thank you for joining us on Go Marquette Talk.
Thanks for having me.